Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. We are back on the Hermitcraft server, and I say we, I don't just mean me, I mean me and you. All of you who left amazing comments on the last video gave me so many great ideas. One of them from Mr. or Mrs. or Dr. Chinois. It's like Golf, Echo, Echo, November, Oscar, India, X-ray. That might be French. Anyway, Chinois suggested that I go get a piece of black leather armor and put it on the armor stand here so that the wood isn't showing. That is a genius idea. I love that. Chinois is a genius. And so from me to ya, I guess, thank you. So we're going to just run up here and grab a piece of leather armor. Now, you might say, Joe, why didn't you just have the leather armor ready? Why are you going through every room? Oh yeah, well, because I got a bunch of other good suggestions too. Like, there was an amazing suggestion that I should put fence gates above things that I wanted to hang these from. And then I realized, well, for these little beds here that are supposed to be kind of set up like canopied beds, it might make more sense to just use a half slab, right? But for the downstairs area, we can actually try it the fancy way. Dang it. See, the canopied beds looked a lot dumber with the big beds because they had the big fancy posts or whatever. But just something like this. Oh, you actually can't have these facing each other. So in some ways, some of these might have to be partially opened or something. But yeah, we'll... This makes the room a lot more ominous when you can't really see through it very well. Now, it's also pretty clear that actually having some of these partially open is going to mean that I have more left over to actually use because, oh no, I'm already out of those. Dang it. Well, you know what? Honestly, most people probably won't come this far into the room anyway. This is a room that's supposed to be full of canopied beds. And if you saw it from here, you would think, yeah, that's a room full of canopied beds. That's plausible. I'm just throwing a few more here. The other ones are, I don't know. They're fine. Okay, yeah, boom. Boom room. Canopied beds, zoom zoom. I like reading books to children from Dr. Sue-Soom. Sue-Soom, boom, zoom, boom. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, we're heading up here to this area to grab open-handed one of these pieces of armor. Boom. Now, oh yeah, where was I? Fence gates. So thank you to commenter Joan Carls Q, who wrote, hey, why don't you put fence gates in here, but like open, and then, wait, can you not put fence gates? Maybe this is not a good idea. Good try anyway, Joan Carls Q. Well, wait, no, this one is working. I have a lot of questions about the overall efficiency of this plan, but you know what, actually, if that just... Oh. Boom, that is perfect. Yeah, that's actually a really good suggestion. That works exactly the way it should. So we can come over here and knock out this one as well. Put a fence gate here and a fence gate above it. Well, dang it, that one's sideways. The thing about Minecraft is that you're going to be wrong about things like 90% of the time. But that rhymes with mine. So it's like you're wrong 90% of the time. And everybody likes minding. So, you know, it works out. Okay, cool. So we now have a much better banner situation where we don't have that post at the bottom there. And we can use that same thing on the red banner down in the basement as well. But yeah, where was I? Oh, yeah, that's right. Taking this dyed leather tunic back down to the downstairs. Oh, but this room is ugly. We had a lot of really good suggestions about what to do with this room, but our inventory is full. So first we're going to throw a bunch of eggs at the ceiling, you know, just like our forefathers and ancestors did. Now, if I actually tried to, like, take all the armor off of this stand, do I even have room to? I think that I might. No, I need open hands. Open hands. Boom. Okay, bad news. Don't have sufficient, like, space to do that. But there's a handy-dandy chest over here that I can throw a bunch of these random garbage blocks in. Boom. Why do I have birchwood planks or signs or cobblestones or andesites or polished andesites? 90% of this is just nonsense. So go away, nonsense. We are adults living in an enlightened age. And from that enlightened age, we will, I don't know, pick up armor and stuff because we can. So, basically what I was told by many, many commenters, but in particular, I think that Kindness Gulch was one of them, and others were Joseph Tiseo, who said, hey, why don't you just put the armor stand on top of the torch and it'll fall into it? Well, that 90% worked. I think we might have to remove the banner here. So we're going to place the banner after the armor stand. Oh, boom. Okay, now that should conceal our torch, like once we get the armor on here. Boom. And it's its own light source. So then we can take our Silk Touch pickaxe and not our other pickaxe. And then remember the part where I said, hey guys, why do we even need all these stone bricks? Well, we actually need the stone bricks for fixing that part of the wall. That was the part that we forgot about. We didn't always, sometimes you plan ahead and sometimes, no wait, that doesn't work sense. Dang it, we also don't have any actual appropriate blocks to put here. Let's try just putting the polished andesite there. Does that actually, maybe that polished andesite would actually look cool with the banner once we put the banners in? So we put the gray banner back here above it. So that gives it a little bit more pop, but it's not crazy like this is. So we'll just go ahead and pop that out. Kind of do the same over here. And I guess the simplest thing to do is just, can I just destroy this entire armor stand at once? Hey, we did it. Boom. That's cost effective and efficient. So we'll just place that there. Feet and shoulders. Pants and face. Pants and face. Okay, great. So then this is this simple. Hey, there we go. 2 of these. Hey, I just met you too. This is crazy. This is so efficient. I feel so lazy. Hey, all the armor stands. Getting thrashed now. In production. This could be a cash cow. Boom. Okay, great. We are just coming out way ahead on this. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with these, and we will be on our way shortly. Time skip. Well, what do you think of that, baby chicken? You're too small to harvest for your meat and feathers just yet, so you know what? You get to enjoy this with me. I think that this turned out pretty well. That was an amazing suggestion. Thank you to everybody in the comments who suggested I put the torches inside the armor stands. I had no idea that was even possible. And you know what? You made it possible. Actually, arguably, the Minecraft developers made it possible, but you made it dreamable, you know? Like, I would have never dreamed of putting a torch inside of this armor stand. And now, like, it's got, like, a smoky neck. So that's cool. I didn't even know that could happen. Yeah, awesome. So, what are we going to do next? Oh, yeah, that's right. We have this leather-dyed tunic we were going to take down to the chapel and put on that weird squid dude who's all slumped over the altar. This, I gotta say, is such a great suggestion. I can't believe I didn't think of it. Other than, oh. I was gonna say, oh no, the chunk is broken. It's just this void. We're actually on the wrong floor. I always forget that the Vampire King likes to sit up here and look down at God during the church services. But you know what? Actually, while we're up here, because we're already very distracted about absolutely everything else, what if we did something with these torches along here? Like, you know, even if we just got them up on the walls, would that be good enough to keep this from, like, being spawnable? I mean, I think so. We just put 1, if it kind of goes 2, and then 3. Oh, this one's going to be a little bit weirder because of this door here. So, it might make sense to have the torches along the lip to some degree. So let's say that we came out to 2 spaces from here, and 2 spaces from here, right? And we had maybe 1 here and 1 here. That kind of seems like it would be sufficient to keep the stuff from spawning around that center area. Let's go ahead and just double check that with the actual thing here. Yeah, light 9, 8. Yeah, it doesn't drop to 7, so that is a quality decision. We can just get rid of these then. Maybe we do want to have one more, like 1, 2, 3, 4. That aligns neatly with that door. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how we light a door. 5, 6, 7, 8. Put the torches, over a gate? Dang it. Okay. Well, you can't win them all, guys. Short version, this looks better than it did, and that is a good thing. So, we are going to just jump on down here to our altar now. Boom. Going to take out our leather tunic. Oh, that is so much better. It doesn't really look entirely slumped because it's kind of partially stand-in, but, I mean, for what it is, this is pretty good. This is a good slumped figure. Now, if we had an actual, like, skeleton head, that would arguably be a little better. But you know what? Everything could always arguably be a little better. You know? This is a good start. This is a nice way to handle this. And honestly, having those torches up there actually makes these shadows a little bit more interesting. They've got kind of this bat type of look. You know? Looks kind of like the Wonder Woman symbol meets the bat symbol. Which I don't know how they met because I never watched the Justice League. But I'm just going to assume that that's something that happened at some point. So, you know, that's valid. So, let's see. What other things can we improve? Oh, you know what? Actually, while we are putting torches inside of armor stands, why don't we go ahead and take care of these armor stands as well? Time skip. What's that? Am I experiencing double vision? Did that single armor stand become two? No, fair viewers. No, fair YouTubers. No, fair commenters. I will not relent because what I have in fact been doing is not seeing two, and I have been through and through this castle trying to convert every single armor stand into a light source. A brilliant concealed torch, if you will. And that is what we have been up to. So I kind of time skipped all over this place, knocking these things down and building them back up. And in the process, I also had time to grab a little bit more of that beautiful, beautiful green cactus dye, which has allowed me to finish out this room. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, obviously, some of these, you know, they can't face each other, but it might be better, I think, to consistently have them facing toward the door here. So yeah, that kind of feels more like, okay, 8 canopied beds. This back one we can have, you know, both sides, but on the whole, nobody's going to look at this and go, what? What are those? I don't know why I'm using my French voice to make a dumb thing. I shouldn't do that. That's unfair to the French. But anyway, yeah, so that looks pretty solid. And there's always more improvements. Oh, I was supposed to glide there. I did not glide. Note to self, gliders. Other things I was going to improve real quick before we close out this episode. I was going to put the nice oak doors on these. I don't know why those weren't there in the first place. I think that was an oversight. So, little minor fix. Over here you can see this guy's lit up like the sun of a vampire. Bom, bom, bom. No, probably not. But anyway, where were we? We had one more thing we needed to do. What was it? Oh, yeah. We needed to take those fence gates and put them downstairs at the kind of entrance to the torture chamber. Dang it. So you use 3 fence gates for this process. It's effective. Then we put one of those there and one of those there. Boom. Now we're talking. That works. It looks so much better. Don't have that silly post anymore. We can come through here like so. Oh, wait, you know what? These guys, we know how to deal with these guys. I know it. I know you know it. We're just gonna, boom, place that there like so. Uh-oh. I'm actually realizing I'm gonna have to break the ceiling now because I didn't plan it very well for this. Oh, no. No, I didn't plan for this at all. Okay, so if we put this block here, boom, there we are. Now, those are some fancy pants, a golden helm, and golden shoes. Get rid of that torch. It's old news. And then we'll do this one. Time skip. And look at these. These are Wonder Twins, just like the ones we had in the other place, but better. So, yeah, that's good. Okay, well, thank you guys so much, commenters, for all your suggestions so far on the castle. We obviously still have more to do. You know what? For example, one thing we have more to do on is let's get the ceiling up here a little bit. Let's just really I'm trying to say goodbye, but I'm just ashamed. I'm embarrassed by how bad this part of the ceiling is. If we're going to have these statues up here, we really have to carve out a little bit of space to represent how this really should go. So let's just, you know, we're down here. Let's enjoy the moment and take advantage of it. Boom. I bet this looks better already. Hey, what do you know? It does. That's great. And you know what? Actually, maybe we'll come in like this. And we'll have this cross in the middle. Right? Boom. That's even better. And we can even have this one kind of cut diagonally. Because why not? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making everything up as I go. That's the Joe Hills difference. If somebody else is making up everything as they go, that's their difference. But this is the Joe Hills difference. In fact, let's go ahead and carve out like a little bit more there too. Uh-oh. Is that important? Yes. Yes, that is important. Okay, well, we're gonna put these blocks here because no, I needed those. Dang it. Actually, that one's in the wrong place too. Okay, so in closing, we're gonna put these blocks here. Come back down there. Take a look at this. It's a marginal improvement. But once again, improvements made on the margins accumulate and can create a effortless space. No, it's not effortless. Everything is work. Even planned. But you know what? It's plain and simple. That if we want to get this done, we got to take it seriously. So, anyway. And then this stairwell is still terrible. This is like one of the only parts you guys didn't really comment on. So if you do have suggestions for making this stairwell better, do feel free to throw those in as well. Anyway, let's go revel in one of our successes, not just hang out in this stairwell. What would be my favorite thing we did today? Probably the slumped figure. So let's head on over back that way. Through the walls and down the halls, I hear a bird making chicken calls. Is it a chicken that makes that noise? I don't know, girls and boys. Okay, here we are. Slumped figure. Looking good. Boom. Yeah, that looks like somebody who might have died on this altar and have a valuable weapon that you could use to kill a vampire with. Hint, 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 hint. Okay, perfect. Well, until next time, y'all. This is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.